Today's topic, Jubilee.
What is a misconception people have about online dating?
But I think I'm open-minded, so I would love to learn just to see what kind of success that they had.
Hey man, they brought in a Dragon Ball Z character for this episode.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm Brittany, I'm 28, I'm a holistic healer and a yoga instructor.
I'm Philip, I am 24, and I am a director at Jubilee.
Me and the Dragon Ball Z guy got the same reaction.
Yeah.
Didn't he sound like he was buffering?
That's what it sounded like.
And I'm Kendra, I'm 27, and I'm the casting producer at Jubilee.
Okay, just off the top, I will give Jubilee credit for this video. None of them seem detestable or really fucking weird for no reason. Yes. Sometimes I feel like they cast people that are very strange. These guys all seem perfectly decent.
Yeah.
Dating apps are all about
I was a little hesitant to come up here because, again, I think it depends for certain people. But my generation, a lot of people just use it for hookups.
I was hesitant to come up here too because I don't think it's all about sex, but I do think it's mostly about sex. I think it is harder to meet someone who is on there genuinely to like find a connection and get to know someone who doesn't want that, because for me personally, I want to wait to have sex until marriage. And I had a friend tell me I was too wholesome. And I was like, I was too wholesome, and that's why I wasn't getting any matches, because I wasn't like showing cleavage and I wasn't posting like thirst trap pictures.
They wanted you to be more wholesome, okay? Wholesome is fine, but we in the wholesome business.
It's better.
Going out on dates normally with guys, I would have just as much pressure as I would online.
Oh yeah,
it's just
go out.
From an online perspective, that's not what I was looking for at the time. But when I was looking for that at the time, online is an easy way to find it.
And this is just social media in general, is that you can get away with doing, you know, you can be like, hey babe, yo, I want to do this and this to you,
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, in my DMs every day, we get like dozens of pics. But like, unsolicited, foreign, older gentlemen.
To be clear, go to parks and you'll get unsolicited. This wasn't just born with the internet. There's been people flashing folks for a long time.
Absolutely.
This is just manifesting differently. Now, would I agree that online and the anonymity and the protection grants you more space to be a degenerate? Sure. But it also grants people a lot of space to be forward and to not be as shy. I know a lot of women who could never approach on men in person, but they could drop a DM. So you got to take the good with the bad. You can't just talk about the bad aspect of it. There's also the reality that some people are just too afraid to approach others.
But I don't think just because it's online, it's necessarily going to lead to a more hookup culture.
Did you meet your boyfriend on
I did. I met him on Tinder.
You did?
Yes,
okay.
I did. Yeah, we've been going out for like 4 years now. He lives over in Philadelphia, and yeah.
I've never actually like gone on a date outside of a dating app. So I don't know. Based on the people I've met, I don't really feel like there's ever been like an expectation that it's about.
What? What's so funny?
The demeanor of the dude. It's not. It's nothing else. It's just.
It's how they dress, though.
He's a main character in Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I look at him and I just know he owns a skateboard.
Yes, a longboard.
Good precision. Okay, so let's address the idea that it's only about good times in the bedroom. I think it's like 25% of all relationships now start online. That's something to acknowledge. A lot of people are choosing to meet online. Why not in person? Well, there's a whole plethora of reasons. Women sometimes don't like to be bothered when they're out in public. Men are learning this, right? Men don't want to have to put their self-esteem on the line. So they're choosing to go online so they can maintain their dignity in a lot of ways.
Like I wouldn't even know how to approach them. Like not outside of online, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to approach someone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. What am I gonna like? Oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I see a girl that looks cute. Am I gonna approach her?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. I see someone in the bus. No. In a club. Maybe. But no. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even know how to handle it.
But the idea that online dating is just for that is really, really not true. And I think it also discounts the idea that a lot of people would never otherwise meet without online dating. How are you going to meet someone who's completely removed from your social circle and completely removed from your little sphere of friends? It's hard, especially if you don't like going to bars and clubs, which a lot of people don't like. How are you going to meet someone? Online dating gives you an opportunity to meet people that are completely removed from your reality.
Online dating perpetuates discrimination.
Here's what I suspect. The black woman's going to bring up the fact that she's black and that black people, and especially black women, are heavily discriminated against online.
Yep.
Statistically speaking, she's probably going to be right. This is what I suspect she's going to say. And if that's the case, then I don't say it perpetuates. It's just a reflection of the discrimination that exists in reality, period. You know, whether it's online dating or in-person dating, you know, there's that reality with black women. Even if it's not what I believe in, how I value them.
It's still there.
It's still there in reality.
Well, you know, we're dealing with humans, the same humans that are outside or on that app. So
Yeah.
The kind of discrimination that I'm thinking of is good looks versus average looks.
Okay. You said looks.
Yeah.
And I completely agree with that. A lot of times when I'm on apps, it's always based off looks first. Like, I'm not even reading your bio or anything. And
But as you said, in real life, the first thing you're gonna see is not the brains of the person. What do you like the most about me? Oh, I really like the way you. No, that's not the. I don't know how you think. The first thing I saw was your face, was your shape. Shallow, concur, but it still is what you see first.
You're filtering people out like that every single day. As you're walking, you're acknowledging people's attractiveness or not subconsciously. And when you want to approach someone, you've already subconsciously swiped right on them based off their looks.
Can I say I'm taking this prompt from a racial standpoint?
Gang, gang!
Come on, ride the train. O'Reilly, choo choo. Come on, ride the train. O'Reilly.
You said O'Reilly? It's
What is it?
write it.
Oh, okay.
Who's O'Reilly?
No, I always thought about like a rally. You know, like a pep rally. Is what it made. I feel like that's a song for pep rallies.
Yeah, it could be.
There's a lot of racism in dating apps, and that is just the fact. The founder of OkCupid released a study back in 2014 where he made a graph and collected people's preferences. And it showed that black women and Asian men are the least preferred on dating apps.
What's her job?
She's the casting director for Jubilee.
Yep, that's the only time that I've seen Jubilee putting out information that the contestants actually.
Oh, you
know,
mean the stats?
the stats?
I see you came with your little research or whatever. Huh? Huh? I see you came with your little research.
Can you please give me like a list of feminist advocacy organizations that have engaged in any meaningful advocacy to address those issues? Because there are actually none.
Okay. I know that you came with your little research or whatever.
I've had guys when I was on dating apps say the most disgusting things to me, like, let's play dress up like you're the slave and I'm the master, or like I've never dated a black girl before, or like you're pretty for a black girl, just microaggressions like that, and it's disgusting.
Let's play slave and I play master is not micro. That is mega.
So I have the exact opposite opinion of Kendra's, where I feel like online dating has put me in front of people that I wouldn't normally.
Then again, you are lighter than Kendra, and that plays a fact.
Also, attractiveness plays a factor.
Yes, always.
I'm not here to tell you that Kendra is or isn't attractive. I find her attractive. That being said,
Amen.
as someone who's always thought of themselves as unattractive, online dating has not played in my favor. It just hasn't. And so, because of the fact that I have other qualities that made me endearing to the opposite sex, online dating wasn't the best way for me to meet people. And something that people have to acknowledge is that if you're not that hot, you're not gonna have that high level of success.
You're gonna
and
struggle.
it's even worse for men.
Yes.
Women have it easier on online dating apps in that regards than men do in regards to garnering attention. They did these numbers, and I'll put the graph up for you guys, but like hot women killed it. Hot men did really well. Average men, or like a little bit slightly above average, did okay. Hot women, like slightly worse, did really well still. And then it goes down, and you see that like for men, it's just harder to...
It goes down the rabbit hole real
because
fast.
most of those women are all applying for the same top level men. And so that's where they're getting all their messages. Whereas the bottom level men are just like free for all, please look at me.
But what do you think about dating apps? So dating apps like OkCupid and The League have preferences in which you can select race too. Do you think they should be able to do that?
I don't think inherently there's a problem with an app like catering to what it thinks your preferences are, because people wouldn't use it if it didn't give them what they were like expecting to see or like wanting to see.
I agree with him.
Yeah.
I agree. It's the app. It's your preferences. That's the job of the app. The person was like that. You understand?
Yeah.
So yes, you're gonna have preferences. The job of the app is giving you more option. They're gonna give you more options in your preferences. The person would have been like that in real life,
Yeah, I agree.
whether it's on the app or outside. So the app providing that, it doesn't mean anything on the app.
It's a matchmaking service. If you want to be match made with another trash human being, the app should work towards that. That's it. You know, it's like someone brought up this thing. They're like, I live beside somebody who is like, doesn't like black people, and it's bothering. I was like, well, that's none of your business. They're allowed to have that view if they want. If you don't like it, you could move away. But they're entitled to hold those views so long as they're not doing anything illegal. They should be allowed to think what they think. And if they want to date someone who thinks what they think, that's none of your business either.
It's not.
But anyways.
You don't like black people, you should date a black. That doesn't make sense.
I would also add, it's better for them to add the racial preference so that you don't end up matching with people who don't want to be with you because of your race.
It's hard to tell someone that they're wrong for liking or disliking a certain thing unless they're being like outwardly hateful.
This guy's like the anti-Ben Shapiro. You know, like how Ben Shapiro speaks in triple time? This guy speaks at like half speed. I feel
But
like...
I understand. I mean, maybe it's his way of being clear. It's his way of thinking. Sometimes, you know, people, they talk too fast and they stumble, you know?
Yeah.
I used to be like that because I thought it was, that's a side note, but you know, I thought that you look much more intelligent and you know about your stuff if you speak faster.
I agree.
But then again, you stumble. Your way of slowing down your speech, sometimes you're going to be able to think at the same time that you're talking, therefore reflecting on what you're doing. And what he's said so far, it's been on point. Even though it's been super slow, it's been on point. I can't even hate the dude.
Do you ever try to walk away?
What do you mean?
But you stumble?
No, I only walk away if I was about to flame someone in my group and I stumble and I cannot deliver the punch. So I just like, you know what? F that shit.
So you weren't trying to hide it?
What?
It's clear.
The what?
Like your life crumbles when they're not there.
What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. I just like sometimes I feel like, you know, goodbye and I choke. I was trying to say to you.
For the second time of the video, if you don't take everything, take the chair, take the cam, take your computer, get the out. I walk away when you are not here. Goodbye and not you.
Online dating makes it harder to commit to one person.
The answer to this one is an easy yes. Well, no, it's not. I lied.
It's not an easy yes.
The answer to this is it depends on how many options you have. Whether it's online dating, whether it's being a celebrity, whether it's being the most popular dude in town, whether it's being a girl who's really attractive, someone who's rich, whatever. When you have more options and more accessibility, you will more likely than not be less committed.
There's more chances.
That's it. It's not about online dating specifically. It's just about the accessibility aspect of it. Now, that's only available to people who are on the more attractive end of the spectrum. If you're butt ugly, whether it's online dating, offline dating, blah, blah, blah.
Or real life.
Yeah.
So I've been with my current girlfriend for about a year, and we met on a dating app. I don't think it makes it harder to stay committed, but I do feel like it probably makes it harder to decide on like the initial commitment. There's a portion of time where we like still both had the dating apps downloaded after we started like dating, and it wasn't like considered exclusive yet. And there's just sort of this like thing in the air where it was like, well, who's gonna like delete the apps first?
This guy's the most assertive, low energy person I've ever seen.
I don't mind it.
I like it. His tone and his posture don't necessarily scream assertiveness, but he's very clear with his opinions. He knows what he's saying. But everything about his voice says lazy stoner.
Yes.
It's a stereotype.
Yes, but if you listen to what he's saying, and I think that's why like the talking slow comes to, like, it comes handy sometimes.
I feel like I have a hard enough time picking my favorite flavor at the ice cream store. You know what I mean? And then like if I were like dating now and I met, you know, a guy online, I would be like second guessing myself all the time. It's like, well, what about that guy from two rows back?
I think they have a phenomenon for this. I think it's like the paradox of choice, meaning it's not because people have more options that they actually make better choices. Sometimes having less options makes for better choices because you just commit to something and you stick to it. So there is some truth to that idea. What?
Ask a girl what she wants to eat when you have two options. because she got two options that she's gonna be able to choose.
Abstract. Barry Schwartz defined the paradox of choice as the fact that in Western developed societies, a large amount of choices is commonly associated with welfare and freedom, but too much choice causes the feeling of less happiness, less satisfaction, and can even lead to paralysis. Now, to be fair, I haven't read a whole bunch of studies that actually confirm this, but it was an interesting concept, and I think something a lot of people can relate to.
Yeah, along the line of that.
Yeah. I normally narrow down my options to 2, and then I flip a coin, and I just move on my day. It makes me so much easier. When I don't know what to eat, bruh, I'm just like, yeah, flip a coin, heads or tails, and then I just go with that. But that's how I settle.
But when I choose something to eat, it has to be aligned with what I want in my soul. It has to be aligned with my chakras, and then that's just eat a sandwich.
There is someone out there for everyone.
No,
No?
I don't think there's someone for everyone. There's some of y'all that's gonna stay lonely forever. And the reason for that is either there would have been someone for you, but because of the way of thinking or some, sometimes your type is the reason why you're alone. Sometimes the way that your stubbornness in believing in some things or the construct that you have in your mind is the reason why you're like that. Your stubbornness is sometimes the reason why. You could be good looking and everything and stuff, but sometimes you being shallow, you being stubborn, you going for the same patterns is going to be the reason why you're going to stay alone for the rest of your life. And it's not, if you want to change that, fine. If you don't. But sometimes there's some people that are going to struggle, and that's a fact. Maybe you having those things, the struggle that you have, the biases that you have, the images that you have, the preconceived ideas that you have in your mind of people, of relationship, made you miss on that one person that was for you, and it's not anymore. I don't believe in people always ask me, oh, is that the women of your life? I'll answer that question while I'm dead, because I'm still alive. There's so much things that can change, but I got to be conscious of the things that are changing. You understand? And there's a lot of people that are not conscious of all that. Yeah. So that it affects them, their dating abilities. So
yeah. So it is. If you ask me if there's someone for everyone, yes, but it doesn't mean that just because there's someone for everyone that you're likely to find that person is for you.
Who said the same thing basically?
Yeah, but I just said it. But with less extra steps.
True.
When I was 17, for 7 years, I wrote letters to my future husband. I would just write about how I can't wait to meet him. I can't wait to spend Christmases together. I would talk about the activities I couldn't wait to do with him. And I actually was planning on writing a letter until I met him and then giving it to him on our wedding night and the whole, I'm so corny, guys. I actually ended up ripping the journal up because at the advice of a therapist, they had told me that I am keeping him in these pages and preventing him from manifesting in real life. And if I want him to come to me in real life, I can't keep him in these pages. And so I actually...
That's a lie. It's a lie. When I was in high school, I wrote everything down, and then it all came to pass. All of it, all the things that I wrote down that were my dreams.
Because Steve Harvey said it down. The scripture said, if you ask not, you have not. Did you write it down? Did you? Oh, hell no.
Manifesting something you want is not a problem, but also understand that what you want or what you actually is best for you, you may not know it. What I thought I wanted at 20 is not what I want at 30. You're going to discover things. So going off this blind idea of this is what I want and this is what I'm going to get and this is necessarily the best thing may not be true. Be patient with yourself. You're going to learn and discover things for yourself. But if you just live off this rigid idea of what you think is good for you, you may not have enough experience in life to know what that is. How is an 18-year-old going to know what her life partner is supposed to be when she hasn't even fully discovered herself? How does that make any sense? So it just seems a little arrogant to me that I wrote it down when I was a high schooler, and maybe that worked for you, but for most people, there's a lot of self-development that has to happen before they know.
What you want? Baby, I got it.
Here's what I tell people. Online dating is not bad. It can just be supplementary. It's like working out.
It's a tool.
You take a protein shake afterwards, it's just a supplement. Is it necessary? No. But you can add it to your regimen. It's just an auxiliary. There's nothing that stops you from doing online dating and trying to meet people in person. So when I hear people complain, oh my God, online dating this, just stop. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You don't. And are more people doing it more than before? Yes, good. Everyone, get on it. Enjoy it. It can be good for you. But I think a lot of people, and here's the thing, a lot of people have bad to average dating lives and they want to blame it on everything but themselves. Oh, it's the world around me. Men have changed. Women have changed. I wish I was born in a different era. Online dating is ruining everyone. No, you're just not good at it. You're not good at it. There's so many people who are happy and loving their dating experiences, but you don't hear from them because they're too busy being happy. Misery and miserable people tend to be loud. That's the truth. But to sit there and be like, oh my God, it's hard. And you want it to be easy. A lot of people think they're owed love. They think that they're owed their perfect relationship. Do the work.
People that are miserable, either they're loud by saying they're loud or they're just loud. You just see misery and it's really loud. You know what I mean? You see misery. They don't have to talk. That's just loud enough. That being said, even if you do online dating or regular dating, there's not one that's best than the other, all right? It really depends if you put the effort of it. Because doing online dating, you're gonna have to do steps and put efforts in after that. Same thing as normal dating, right? If you're talking about training, well, the protein shake that you take, if you just take the protein shake, of course it's not gonna work. You need to get up and actually lift some weight. There's gonna be some steps that you're gonna need to do for that to work. If you just do one and then let it be there and don't do nothing about it, one is not gonna work, the other is not gonna work either. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, guys, listen, not everything is for everyone. Ugly people, don't waste your time with online dating. I'll tell you, look at other options because you may have other qualities that'll make you endearing to partners. If all I'm gonna look at are photos and you're not capable of having great photos, don't waste your time. That's what I tell ugly dudes every single day.
Yup.
It is what it is. But for shy people who may be more attractive, it may be the perfect medium. You may not have the courage to approach people in person, but online dating is how you meet your mate. It works differently for different people. So there is no one size fits all answer. But I tell people, having a couple more options isn't the worst thing in the world. So that's pretty much my thoughts. Last note. Good on Jubilee. This was a great video.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Everybody was actually level.
Great cast, diverse opinions, even ones I didn't agree with. Talked about it respectfully. It was good.
Maybe it was the editing that was better.
Who knows?
But that was a good video.
They seem likable from the jump. So my point to this is good for you guys. We rag on you all the time, but this was a good video. Hopefully you do more like this. Anything else? No more crazy, dumb people. Like, honestly. Sometimes you guys just do the too much.
Because you're doing a disservice to the discussion that you're trying to have is good, but you're doing a disservice to what it is, to what it could have been.
That's right. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment or like. It helps us out with the algorithm. Otherwise, hit that sub button because I know 50% of you are not subscribed.
We said what?
So hit that button.
That's right.
That's it.
Hit it.